Welcome to Menterprise Africa. We are joined by Mr. Kimani Muturi, who is the founder and director of TEXFAD. Could you share with us, for starters, what was behind the vision to start TEXFAD? How did you come up with an idea like this?
Now, TEXFAD is a business that commercializes local innovations. And we strictly look at resources that this country has, resources that are sustainable, and then we try to create innovations around those resources. So our focus has always been banana fibers, and our concern is drawn from the many banana stems that go to waste in this country. And as you know, Uganda is one of the largest banana producing countries in the world, and actually the largest in Africa. And we are also the largest banana consuming country in the world, meaning that volume of bananas that we produce, we consume. So that comes along with a lot of waste in terms of stem. And you can imagine, even when you are eating the yellow banana, just one banana like this, there is a stem somewhere, lying somewhere, and likely it is wasted. So that became a concern, and some years ago, I tried to think around how we can get some raw material from that waste, and we started a research on how we can get the fiber out of the stem. Initially, it was quite hard. We started by extracting fiber by hand. Get a piece of wood and then open up the stem, then lay the sheath on the stem and then start scraping until you get the fiber. But it was not really for industrial purpose. So when we founded the company in 2013, after proof of concept that we can extract banana fibers from the stem, then now we started developing a machine that could decorticate the fiber or extract the fiber from the stem. And we successfully did that. So it helped us to manufacture quite a number of fibers, and then we started looking at the number of products that we can make. So basically that is the motivation behind activities at TEXFAD.
Yeah, that was quite innovative, and the idea that you even ended up producing your own machine to extract the fiber. How did that come about? Where was it done? Is it done locally, or did you have to hire somebody from outside Uganda to do that?
Well, personally, I'm not an engineer. I cannot design a machine, but I knew what I wanted. So, and you know, Uganda has a very good non-formal industry that manufactures equipment. In Katwe, Karerwe, and there are quite a number of people. So I created a partnership with one of the non-formal, or rather we call it Juakali sector. And then they came, they saw how I was extracting, and then we started now sharing ideas, and we started working on a prototype. So we worked on it until we were satisfied that what we have now can be able to support the company. And that's how we made the machine.
Is this machine patented?
Well, it is not patented.
It sounds like it's your own original development. It's not patented.
No, it is not patented. And
are you manufacturing it for others?
Yes, I am.
Who want to get into the same business?
I am. We have around 8 machines that are working for us with different farmers. Wherever they harvest, they extract, then they sell the fiber to TEXFAD. And we are also currently manufacturing. You've seen our workshop here. We are just organizing that workshop. In the next 1 week, we shall be now manufacturing from TEXFAD, because we've been doing it from outside. And the reason is we want to maintain our design local. We want to keep adjusting the machine according to the experiences that we go through as we extract. and we want to make the output of the machine or the capacity a little bit higher than it is now. About patenting, it's a very, I know it's good to patent your original works, but when I go through the patented works and I see how the world is handling the patents, I feel I'm at a loss by patenting an equipment, because you've seen how that machine is designed. If I patent it the way it is, somebody will just increase the measurement by maybe 1 millimeter, and that is different from my patent. Somebody can just change something very small, even the shape of the body or something, and then now you cannot claim that is your technology, because the measurements are not the same with yours, okay, or some few features there. So that kind of competition, I think, is not good. It's rather good to let people access the technology, but have the control of the equipment, wherever it is going, or the source for manufacturing, and then benefit by getting supplies of raw materials from these people. Yeah.
Okay. So you've talked about the raw material, and the fact that Uganda is one of the largest producers of bananas. Do you feel like you're even getting 1% of that material which is out there? How much? Maybe I should put it that way. How much of that material are you getting, and how much is still out there that it goes to waste?
Now, if you look at the production of bananas in this country, let's say Uganda produces 10 million metric tons of bananas in this country. And if you take like a banana bunch, average will weigh around 20 kilos. Okay? So it means that per every kilo of banana that is produced, there is a kilo. There is per every ton. A ton is 1,000 kilos. For every 1,000 kilos of bananas grown in Uganda or produced in Uganda, there is also 1,000 stems that have been wasted. Okay, so when you talk about 4 million metric tons, we are talking about 4 million stems that are lying there. TEXFAD has no capacity to extract all those. So our capacity is quite very, very low. It cannot even make 1%. So meaning that this is an industry that can grow big, and it's an industry that can feed raw materials to a number of other industries that can use banana fiber for quite a number of things.
Yes, so there's potential.
There is.
And you went into this by yourself. Have you received government support to try to grow this aspect of innovation?
Well, government is positive about what we are doing. We've had a number of forums with different government agencies about the banana fiber. We've had support from the National Council for Science and Technology to develop the hair extensions. And right now we are at the UNBS level of certifying and creating a standard for banana fiber hair extension. The Minister of Science and Technology was here just a few weeks ago, and we are in discussions with the ministry, because the ministry has decided to focus now on banana fiber, because they have focused on the fruit, and you must have seen the PBs, the organization that now adds value to the fruit. Now they are focusing on TEXFAD to upscale what we are doing to be able to be significant in this banana fiber industry. So I can say government is positive about this, and they are coming in to support.
Okay. In terms of your capacity right now, what are you able to supply out there, say on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, on an annual basis? From, I'm sure many people, for instance, will be fascinated by the hair extensions. How much are you able to supply to the market at the moment?
Now, we are still a cottage industry. And the challenges with these innovations is that you innovate something, but you don't know even the equipment that can produce what you have just created. And that is the challenges, some challenges that we get. So we are still producing using domestic processes, cottage procedures, but we are looking forward to industrializing the process. We have a softening equipment that is coming from Pakistan. It will be softening around 100 kilos of banana fiber per day. And it will be calibrated to a level that it can soften hair extensions, soften fiber for hair extensions, and soften fiber for textiles. So, if that capacity can be reached to the optimum of 100 kilos per day, then I can confidently say that in the very near future, few months to come, maybe 2 or 3, we'll have the capacity to produce 100 kilos of hair per day. But as per now, our capacity could be like 2 kilos per day, okay, because of the procedures that we go through to make this extension. You talked about the market for this product. This product now is becoming very famous because it seems the world is discovering that the synthetic hair has some chemical components that are not healthy to the body. And there is a research that is currently being done by World Health Organization. We are actually waiting for the outcomes. But I've also followed quite a number of Western media that is reporting that the synthetic hair that is currently in use has some carcinogenic impact on black women. And I don't know, I've not accessed that study yet, but it has raised a lot of concern. And we are seeing a lot of calls from US, from UK. In a week, we can get 2 new calls or 3 new calls. Some are asking for a ton of hair extension, 2 tons. There is somebody who was asking whether we can supply 5 tons every month. So I see it's an industry that is going to grow, but then mechanization processes for what we are doing is what is lacking in order to meet the demand that we are beginning to see.
Yeah. So from where you stand at the moment, if you were, you've done most of what you've done internally with your team and by yourself, if you were to ask for outside help from the government, from organizations that support innovations in Africa, what would that be that you would need to reach a point where maybe you're mechanizing, where you're satisfying the kind of market, the potential market that is out there?
Now, the support would be like twofold. One is to create a manufacturing line. This manufacturing line would involve either buying equipment that is existing there or having an arrangement with manufacturers of different machinery, like in China, like in India, to manufacture a custom-made manufacturing plant for, let's say, plant-based banana hair extensions. I think that support would help us so much. The other support that we would go for, this hair also comes, it also involves some softening procedures. And some of these procedures can either be chemical procedures for softening or organic enzymatic process. And since we are positioning ourselves as a manufacturer of sustainable products that cannot harm the environment, we'd like to lean more towards organic procedures than chemical procedures. But then, there's very little information about manufacturing of organic enzymes. And such a support to have a lab, a laboratory that helps us to manufacture enzymes, and also a lab that helps us to do some tests and measurements for quality assurance, properties of our hair, and all that kind of thing would be very, 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 very good. Then lastly, our banana fiber extractor machines are domestic, as I said. Their capacity is only 10 kilos per day. So you need so many small machines to reach even 100 kilos per day. But out there, I know there are systems that decorticate like SISO, and they can be customized to decorticate banana fiber. And we have tried with one, and it worked very well. But now that is a heavy plant that can do like 200 kilos of fibers per day. And that is the equipment that we would maybe go for should there be a support extended to us.
Yeah. Do you have, say, an organization that brings together people who are trying to get in to do this kind of work, not just with the banana fiber, but other extractions from local Ugandan raw material, that is doing the kind of lobbying that would enable you get from the government and the international organizations the kind of support you need to be able to reach that level of producing for a larger market?
Now, we don't have such an organization in Uganda, but there is an initiative that I have seen and have been invited for an East African kind of a group for alternative fibers for textiles. So we are looking forward, like we can form one this October, but at an East African level. The meeting is in Nairobi, and we hope maybe from there we can have chapters in the country where now we can identify these people and be able to create an organization that is Ugandan for everybody who is using alternative fibers that are not synthetics and fibers that are not cotton, but fibers that are new in the field of textiles and also now currently the hair extensions.
Yes. Yeah. Finally, you are clearly swimming in uncharted waters with regard to innovation in this space. What lessons have you picked from the 13 years of working in this space that others who may want to do innovations, not just with banana fiber, but any other kind of innovations, what lessons have you picked that you can share with them?
One thing I can say is that it's a passion. It is passion, and when you're investing in a passion, whatever you do makes you feel happy. Even losses, you don't feel the losses that you make because it is something that is within you. It's an interest, and that is how it all begins. So those who are now focusing on innovations must have the patience. Okay, after having the passion, they must have the patience to walk the journey. Okay, because you can imagine you are extracting a banana tree. You want to get a fiber, you don't know what that fiber can do. Yeah, maybe you have some scanty ideas, and you go ahead to invest in that. Yeah, when your colleagues are investing in real estate, for you, you're investing in something unknown. Okay, so it becomes very difficult for many people to venture in like what we are doing. But we've been an inspiration to many, and I have a number of people now who get inspired from this place. A number of them are now making hair using their own procedures, even across Africa. We've conducted many trainings. We've done Mauritius 2 times. We've done Nigeria. We've done Cameroon. We've done Kenya recently. We are going to Ghana the coming months. So it is a technology that people are taking. But when they take, they now begin to commercialize their own ideas within our ideas, and but some of them fall off because, as I said, this is not something that you just go and do tomorrow. It has to come from your heart. Okay, I've had people who come here and I hear them say, "Hey, I've seen what they are doing. Let's go and do it. Let's go. Now I know everything." You know everything. After all these 10 years you've been in the field, and you have known within maybe 5 minutes, and you want to go do the same, it becomes very difficult because you have no idea where how this work has come along. So my advice is, it is a good thing to do something new. Okay, you can imagine now when the banana fiber becomes like a cotton, we've cottonized it to cotton level. Now we are meaning that a company like Nike or Fine Spinners can take the banana fiber softened by TEXFAD, and they make the yarn, and they make the fabric, and they make a garment from banana fiber. Okay, so that whole procedure that goes up to the product, it is something that if you don't fall in love with it, if you have no passion with it, if you have no patience with it, and you have no fear of investing in those ideas, then it will be hard for you to move.
Okay. Final. What message do you have to people who don't know what you're doing yet, potential customers who could make use of these products but are not yet aware, and also just the general public in Uganda that is not aware about some of the innovations that are happening, like what you're engaging in?
Well, the message to them is that we are thinking ahead, and we are also motivated by the number of youths that you find jobless in this country and also in Africa in general. Now, when you look at those people out there, and when you look at what you're doing, they can pick a leaf from what you're doing, and they can duplicate this from different materials, not necessarily banana fiber. Yeah, they can do other materials. I see plants every day that can give you fiber. And I see so many resources on this land that can give you materials for making something. So this can be an inspiration to those who want to start such businesses, to the youths who are out there who want to engage themselves in something, and to the potential customers. I think to them, they have a good product that is Ugandan, that is homegrown innovation, that can be used to change their environment, to change their space, interior space, and to also give people a new feeling of interacting with natural materials that are homegrown. I'm trying to get in touch with Kira Motors. I've already seen and met the managing director briefly, but we haven't had a deep discussion. But my intention is to capture such people who are already in manufacturing, and they may have components that they may need in those cars that they are making, where banana fiber can be used either as a soundproof material, maybe as a particle board for maybe roofs of cars or the doors and all that, so that we continue to customize even the materials that are used in manufacturing other products, okay, in this country. So my call is, we have a raw material, we have abundance of this raw material. How can the market out there utilize the raw materials or utilize the products that we are making? And all are invited.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if somebody wanted your products, or if they wanted customized products, how do they reach you? How do they reach TEXFAD? What arrangement do you have for at the moment getting clients to be able to engage in business with you and get your products?
We are present in social media. We have an account with the the Facebook, Instagram, we are in LinkedIn, and we also have a website. And all these are channels where we do marketing, and we are very good at that. You also realize the kind of products that we are producing here are targeted for some class of people. Okay, so we go to social media where we can find that class of, I call it a buying tribe, a tribe that buys our product. And we also have an outlet, a shop at Kira, at UN Mall, and that is where we have walk-in clients who come to buy our products, and that is where also customers come to deposit their orders and also collect the finished product, because we don't want to subject them to a long journey to the manufacturing site.
And what does the future hold for local innovation in Uganda based on your experience? And also, what would you want to see happening in local innovation in Uganda, in the local innovation ecosystem in Uganda?
No, I would like this to be embraced in all sectors. And to those that I've had a discussion with, I keep challenging them, okay? Because when you look around, people are more of consumers than producers. The Ugandan situation, yeah? And I challenge them, because you see, if you look at your home environment, really, there's nothing likely that you have manufactured. The shoes you're wearing is made by someone. The shirt you're wearing is made by someone. The saucepan you're using to cook, the soap, the matchbox, the shoe polish, name it. Someone is manufacturing, okay? For how long are we going to be consumers? That's the question I always ask them. And if you venture into that field of manufacturing, you find you may not outdo them, okay? You may not do better, okay? Because they are already in the field and they are doing well. They are manufacturing and they are selling and you are consuming, okay? So that is where the innovation comes in, okay? If you are a tailor, for example, and your work is to make dresses, okay? Or you're trained to how to make dresses and all that, and you're also competing with the people who are making the same dresses, how can you bring innovation to your work so that your work becomes very unique? Now, this innovation can be in terms of the process, can be in terms of material, can also be in terms of like the product that you're going to make. Like, for example, I have never seen someone manufacturing handkerchiefs in this country, and I don't think it could be the cheapest skill that somebody could get, okay? I've never seen someone making boxers and panties, undergarments in this country, even bras, yeah? Now, if you are a tailor, those are the areas now you check. One, uniqueness, then where you can bring in your ideas, and then you have an innovative product. You really don't have to innovate something like you're just creating from scratch. You can get the existing, and then you modify it, and have a unique looking product, and it will help you hit the market.
Yeah, I think that's a great point at which to end. Yeah, thank you so much for your time. It's been a very, very engaging conversation.
And thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.